Head coach Kevin Stefanski can dress it up however he wants. Development, patience, preparation. But the fans aren't buying it anymore. They're demanding answers. They're demanding action. Every post-game press conference, every reporter question, every fan comment section is asking the same thing. When will Stefanski stop protecting the past and start building the future? Because at this point, one thing's become crystal clear. Cleveland doesn't have a quarterback problem. It has a decision problem. And the longer Stefanski waits to pull the trigger, the louder that storm is going to get. Let's be honest, Dillon Gabriel's latest performance wasn't just disappointing. It was flat out embarrassing. 50 pass attempts, barely 220 yards, and a highlight reel of overthrows, missed reads, and lucky escapes from potential interceptions. Watching him play felt less like leading an NFL offense and more like surviving one bad throw at a time. Even Jerry Jeudy, usually calm and professional, looked visibly frustrated on the sidelines as passes sailed over his head or bounced at his feet. Fans could feel it too. Every incompletion was like adding fuel to a growing fire in Cleveland. How many more chances does Gabriel get before accountability kicks in? The Browns' offense looked lifeless, predictable, and worst of all, afraid. And yet somehow, Shedeur Sanders, the one guy with the poise, leadership, and spark this team desperately needs, remains stuck on the bench. Because this isn't just about poor stats anymore, it's about wasted potential. And in Cleveland, patience is starting to look a lot like denial. While Dillon Gabriel all eyes quietly shifted to the sideline, where Shedeur Sanders stood, helmet in hand, calm but clearly restless. You could read it in his posture, focused, observant, and ready. Every time Gabriel overthrew a receiver, the camera seemed to find Shedeur, almost like a silent reminder of what could be. Social media exploded. Start Shedeur trended within minutes. Fans clipped every misfire, every missed opportunity, comparing it to Shedeur's crisp preseason throws that had once electrified the crowd. Even former players joined the conversation, questioning why Cleveland's most talented young quarterback was still being treated like a backup in a sinking ship. Inside the stadium, the tension was thick. You could feel it between plays. The growing divide between a team desperate for momentum and a coach too stubborn to change course. Shedeur didn't have to say a word. His patience said enough. Because deep down, everyone watching knew the truth. He's not waiting for permission. He's waiting for his moment. After the loss, head coach Kevin Stefanski faced the cameras with his usual calm expression. But the words felt hollow. "We'll review the tape," he said. "We trust our process." It was the same speech fans had heard after every disappointing game, and this time, nobody was buying it. There was no fire. No accountability, just carefully measured sentences meant to sound professional, yet behind that calm tone was a coach running out of excuses. Stefanski's insistence on patience has become a shield for indecision, and the locker room knows it. The players see what fans see. A coach more worried about protecting his ego than protecting the season. You could almost sense the frustration building within the organization. Each passing week, the gap between what Stefanski says and what everyone else sees grows wider. Because at this point, the problem isn't that Shedeur Sanders isn't ready, it's that Stefanski isn't. Inside the Browns locker room, the silence speaks louder than words. Players won't say it publicly, but the frustration is there. You can feel it in the short answers during interviews, in the sidelong glances after another stalled drive. Veterans like Jerry Jeudy and Myles Garrett have tried to keep things professional, but even they've dropped subtle hints. Jeudy praised Shedeur's leadership and focus, calling him the kind of guy who makes everyone around him better. Garrett, meanwhile, mentioned how Sanders is always the first one in and the last to leave. Those aren't random compliments. They're quiet messages. The players know who's putting in the work. and they know who gives them the best chance to win. The longer Stefanski ignores it, the more divided that room becomes, because loyalty only lasts so long when losses pile up and effort goes unrewarded. And if the locker room starts choosing sides between the coach and the quarterback who hasn't even started yet, Cleveland's problems could spiral faster than anyone expects. The fans have officially had enough. What started as frustration after a few bad games has now turned into full-blown rebellion. At home games, chants of "We want Shedeur" echo through the stands. On social media, Browns Nation is relentless. Clips of Gabriel's missed throws flood timelines, while fan edits of Shedeur's college highlights rack up thousands of views. Even local talk shows are calling out the organization, asking the question everyone's thinking. Why draft a talent like Sanders if you're too scared to play him? The anger isn't just about losing, it's about being ignored. Fans feel like they're watching the team sabotage its own future out of pride and stubbornness. And in Cleveland, where passion runs deep, that's a dangerous game to play. Because once the fan base turns on you, it's nearly impossible to win them back. The Browns don't just risk losing games, they risk losing their identity. As the tension in Cleveland builds, whispers around the league are starting to spread, and they all point in one direction. Shedeur Sanders might not stay silent forever. Reports suggest that multiple teams, including the Las Vegas Raiders, are quietly monitoring the situation. They see what the Browns refuse to: a young quarterback with the composure, talent, and star power to transform a franchise. If Cleveland won't let him shine, someone else will. And that's the real danger here. Stefanski isn't just holding back a player. He's risking the future of the organization. You don't get many chances to build around a natural leader, especially one with the spotlight and charisma Shedeur carries. The clock is ticking, and the league is watching. If the Browns keep waiting for the perfect moment, they might wake up to find their future playing and winning somewhere else. The Browns are standing at a crossroads, and everyone knows it. Week after week, the evidence piles up. The frustration grows louder, and the message from the fans couldn't be clearer. Play Shedeur Sanders. This isn't about hype or favoritism. It's about common sense. Dillon Gabriel's struggles have exposed the cracks in Cleveland's offense, and Kevin Stefanski's stubbornness is widening them by the day. The team has the talent, the energy, and the momentum waiting on the sidelines. But without courage from the top, none of it matters. Shedeur has proven he's ready. The players respect him, the fans believe in him, and the league is watching. Cleveland's choice is simple: unleash their future or risk watching him walk away to another franchise that will. Because in the NFL, moments like this define legacies. And right now, the Browns are one decision away from rewriting theirs. I see.